I still remember a dream I had years ago, vivid, surreal, and oddly revealing. In that hazy realm of sleep, something shifted. I became startlingly aware that none of it was real. The bustling streets, the faces of strangers, even the weight of emotions I felt, all were conjured by my own mind. A rush of exhilaration mixed with unease washed over me. Compelled by this realization, I turned to a man in my dream and blurted out, "None of this is real. We're inside a dream." His reaction stunned me. His features twisted into anger, his voice sharp with defensiveness. I woke up puzzled, the echo of his outrage lingering like fog. That moment stuck with me. It made me wonder, why does the suggestion that life itself might resemble a dream unsettle people so deeply? I've seen it firsthand mention this idea casually, and you'll notice brows burrow, shoulders tense. It's as though you've yanked a rug from under their feet, threatening the foundation of who they believe themselves to be. To imply that our solid reality might be as fleeting as a night's vision feels like an attack on identity itself. It's no wonder defenses rise. Think of how dreams work. Your sleeping mind weaves entire worlds, cities, forests, intricate relationships, all stitched from fragments of memory and imagination. The people in these dreams feel autonomous, don't they? They laugh, argue, mourn, as if governed by their own free will. Yet in truth, they're extensions of you characters in a play written by your subconscious. When lucidity strikes and you try to whisper, "This isn't real," they rebel. Why? Because the illusion of separateness is comforting. It mirrors what we cling to when awake. Here's the twist. Our waking lives aren't so different. We construct identities like fortresses, careers, accolades, relationships, all to cement the belief that we're distinct, independent beings. The thought that these might be as ephemeral as dreamscapes terrifies us. It's not just philosophy. It feels like annihilation. If my achievements are mere projections, what becomes of my struggles, my love, my grief? At the heart of this fear lies our addiction to separation. We're conditioned to see ourselves as islands. This is my body, my pain, my story. That illusion of division runs deep. In dreams, it manifests as strangers. In daylight, as the quiet loneliness of modern life. When someone hints that the walls between us are imaginary, it's no surprise sparks fly. We've built entire lives atop those walls. But what if the joke's on us? What if separation itself is the grandest illusion, a cosmic sleight of hand? Imagine existence as a collective dream spun not by individual minds, but by a vast, boundless awareness some call God, Source, or the universe. Not a bearded figure on a cloud, but the very fabric of being. In this view, every leaf, every laugh, every tear is the universe experiencing itself. You and I aren't actors on a stage. We're the stage, the script, and the audience, all at once. Dreams offer clues. When you dream of a stormy sea, who creates the waves? Your mind does, yet the dream you feel small against their power. Upon waking, you chuckle. Of course I made the storm. But apply that logic to waking life and suddenly the mind balks. The job loss, the heartbreak, the sunrise that moved you to tears, all products of consciousness. It's easier to dismiss than confront. That dream I mentioned, the one where the man recoiled at truth, taught me something. Joy flooded me when I grasped the dream's artificiality. Here was proof of my mind's limitless creativity. But his anguish tempered that joy. He needed the dream to feel real, just as we need our lives to feel tangible. Strip away the illusion, and what's left? For him, it meant facing the void of non-existence. No wonder he raged. This duality haunts our waking hours, too. Tell someone their treasured memories, their hard-won triumphs, are as insubstantial as morning mist, and you'll see that dream man's fury reflected in their eyes. Our culture worships individuality, self-made men, personal brands, finding yourself. To dissolve that self into a sea of oneness feels less like enlightenment and more like erasure. But what if we're asking the wrong questions? Separation and oneness aren't enemies. They're dance partners. Consider a novel. Each character seems autonomous, yet all spring from the author's mind. The hero's courage, the villain's spite, both are the writer exploring facets of themselves. Could our universe work similarly? What if God dreams us into being to experience its own infinitude? This perspective isn't nihilistic. Dreams matter. Why else would a nightmare leave us shaken, or a blissful dream lift our mood for days? If life is a dream, it's one we're dreaming together, with stakes that feel unbearably real. The difference lies in how we hold it. Clinging to separateness breeds fear. My resources versus yours, my tribe versus theirs. Embracing interconnection fosters compassion. Your pain is mine, your joy lifts us both. I've found freedom in this lens. When I'm stuck in traffic, fuming at a stranger's rudeness, I sometimes whisper, "This is a dream." Not to dismiss their humanity, but to remember we're both players in a story far grander than this moment. It softens edges, turns frustration into curiosity. What role is this person mirroring back to me? What lesson hides in this delay? Skeptics argue this view diminishes life's urgency. I disagree, it deepens it. If a stage actor forgets their acting, the play grows hollow. But when they embrace their role while knowing it's temporary, performance becomes art. Similarly, knowing life's dreamlike nature doesn't negate its beauty. It lets us engage fully while holding outcomes lightly. We laugh louder, love fiercer, forgive quicker. After all, how seriously should we take a dream? Science even hints at this. Quantum physics suggests reality morphs under observation. Neuroscience confirms that our brains construct reality from sensory inputs, a kind of waking hallucination. Ancient wisdom traditions, from Buddhism to Sufism, speak of Maya or illusion. Even children sense it. "Mom, is this real?" they ask, pinching themselves, yet we resist. Why? Because the dream's textures are intoxicating, the warmth of a hug, the sting of betrayal. To call it a dream isn't to scorn these experiences, but to recognize their impermanence. A sandcastle's fleeting nature doesn't make building it pointless. It makes the process sacred. So next time someone bristles at the "life is a dream" metaphor, tread gently. Their resistance mirrors our shared yearning for meaning. Instead of debating, try reframing. What if we're more real than we imagine, not less? What if our essence transcends these temporary roles? In quiet moments, I play a game. I'll gaze at my hands, tracing the lines, and wonder, if this is a dream, who's the dreamer? The answer's less important than the question. It cracks open possibility that maybe I am not just this body, this name, this history, but something boundless wearing a human costume for a while. Does this erase suffering? No, but it offers context. pain in a dream feels real until we wake. Maybe our earthly trials are likewise leading us toward some unimaginable awakening. Until then, we navigate by paradox, taking life seriously enough to grow, lightly enough not to shatter. You needn't adopt this view, but consider its gifts, humility, wonder, and kinship. When disagreements flare, it's easier to think, here's my mind arguing with itself. As I write this, birds quarrel outside my window. A breeze carries the scent of rain. Real, unreal, does it matter? The scene's beauty needs no label. Perhaps that's the secret to live as if life's a dream, savoring its sweetness, learning its lessons, but never mistaking the ride for the rider. So tonight, before sleep pulls you under, ponder this. What if waking and dreaming are two sides of the same coin? And what if, in the end, the coin itself is imaginary? Laugh at the absurdity. Then close your eyes, dive into the next chapter of this strange, lovely dream, and see what happens next.